Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to my completed pages for the month of October. This big stack of books right here is all the books I worked in last month and I managed to finish a whopping 50 pages. That is a new record for me, and granted it's because I had 2 weeks off from work, but still, it's great progress. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first book I worked in is Spooky Cutie by Coco Wyo, and I just finished the next page that came in order. And I did the Reaper riding a cute little unicorn. And I don't remember what image I have seen that inspired me to do that background, but I used to do the night backgrounds just in either a dark blue or a dark purple color, but I thought, hey, this actually looks really nice. So I tried to do a bit of blending, which I am admittedly not very good at, but hey, it's still a page done, right? And I actually kind of like it. So yeah, that was Spooky Cutie. Next up, we have another Coco Wyo. It's Simple Art, Bold and Easy, and I did two. I did this wall of flowers here. And I used colored pencils and a white dotting tool and white acrylic paint to adorn it with these white dots. And I also did this very pastel-y gingerbread house. I just like the color combination of blue, pink, and yellow. So yeah, it doesn't look like a traditional gingerbread house, but yeah, it's still cute and it's a page done. So that was that. Next up is 100 Bold and Easy by Jade Summer, and I did 2 pages in here, and I did the rocket here, and I did the fish, all with colored pencils and white acrylic paint for the dots. So yeah, I also worked in Gabby Wolf's Flowers, and the page I have done is this one. I think it turned out pretty cute. I didn't do any shading, it's just, well, except for the outer ring here, it's just straight coloring and a bit of gold acrylic paint and white dots for a bit of highlights. But yeah, I like the color combination, purple and pink, one of my favorites, as you might know if you watch my videos. So that was that, Flowers by Gabby Wolf. Next is the Cosmic Ocean, and I did this funky little page here with the seal. I like the pinks and blues. So yeah, I really like this book. I think it has a couple of very interesting images. It does come with a set of 2 pages per illustration, but that's fine by me. I don't know if I will actually finish both pages differently or just finish one page and then rip the other out, you know. I don't know, but yeah, another page done in A Cosmic Ocean. Another artist that I really like and don't work enough in their books is Crook Crook. So Dark Beauty did another page in here. And granted, the image didn't turn out very dark. It actually turned out quite vibrant, but I like it. I gave her red flaming hair, which contrasts nicely with her blue garb, I think. And then I did the, I'm not sure, the trees or whatever it was supposed to be. I imagined her to be in a dark, creepy forest. I did those with gold acrylic paint to give the page a bit bling bling, I guess. Yeah, I like how the horns turned out. So yeah, another page done in here. Dark Beauty by Crook Crook. Another book I'm trying to work rather consistently in is The Minimalist Art by Jade Summer. That finished the next book, the next page in order, which is this one. And I threw a lot of acrylic metallic paint at it. So basically you have the gold metallic paint, you have the blue, the green, and the pink. And then I used colored pencils for the flowers. And I actually had to go in with black acrylic paint and redraw the lines because they were looking kind of inconsistent because the paint is opaque and covered them partially up. So it looks a little gaudy, but yeah, it's, you know, every once in a while I like to be creative like that. So yeah, another page done in here, Minimalist Art. Then we have Sidelights, Fanlights, and Transoms by Ed Sibbett Jr. And I just did the second page in order because I had actually started with this ornament over here and then I just finished these two, which is why it looks so inconsistent, because I had originally planned to use mostly yellowish and orange colors and I tried to keep there with yellow, orange, and red. But yeah, then I added other colors. So, oh well, it's not my favorite page, but hey, it's a page done, right? So there was that. Another one of my favorite illustrators is Joshua Dunbar, and I had worked before in the Hello Country Spring, even though we have autumn. But I finished this page. That was actually a whip. I had finished 2 of the daffodils. So I did the third one, the tulips and the green. Oh yeah, and the background was done as well. So yeah, I like the color combination. And yeah, it's getting along nicely in here. It's the 4th page that I have finished. Many, many more to go. But yeah, I really love Joshua Dunbar's art. I think it's very recognizable and unique, and I'm looking forward to working more in this one. Another such artists that I love and enjoy and don't finish enough pages of is Camellia Angelkova. So we have the 50 Autumn Miniatures, which is actually, I'm in the correct season this time. Wonderful. So I did this little pot, mug, teacup, and shorter. But yeah, I really enjoy them. I love their vibrant colors. So that was 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. Another book with a fitting theme for this month is the 50 Halloween Fairy Houses. This was also a book I had not worked in before. And I finished this well with a monster or zombie hand reaching out. And I tried to add a little of a lighting effect here with the candle. You know, I'm not like a super professional colorist. I just wing it most of the time and do what I like and do what I want. But yeah. And I also used, instead of a blue, a purple for the background. Because yeah, I just associate Halloween with the color purple. So yeah. A page done in here. I think my subconsciousness is trying to tell me something. I think I want to hold on to the nicer and warmer seasons because I also worked in the 50 Spring Miniatures. And I finished this teacup. This was also a whip. I had done the 2 daffodils and the teacup, the pink part of it. And everything else I added later. So yeah, I like the color combination. Again, the Black Barrel Brute Funers have very nice and vibrant colors. The background was actually with the Arteza, which are unfortunately not available for quite some time on German Amazon, but I have 3 sets anyway, so I don't really need. And the 4th book I worked in last month of Camellia Angelkova is the 50 Diminutive Summer Scenes. And I did this house with a lot of flowers. I did end up being not very creative with the color of the house. I just did it in a brown, but I think it brings out the more happier, lighter colors of the flowers out. So yeah, and also a very simple blue background, because I'm not super creative when it comes to backgrounds. And of course the white acrylic paint for the dots. But yeah, I actually kind of like how it turned out. So that was this book. Then we have another Coco Wyo. It's the Tiny World. I also hadn't worked in this book before, so I thought it's really time to do that. And I did this pirate page here. I like how it turned out. I like the golden doubloons and all the dots in the background. I also colored with the Super Golden marker, which has a very wonderfully thick and very glittery color. Yeah, not much to say about this one. I like how it turned out. This is also one of the Coco Wyo books that are a bit older, but I really, really like these. I have a ton of those. And they have wonderful artwork inside of them, so I really need to finish more pages. There was Tiny World. Then we're getting to my anime-themed coloring books. So we have this one, the anime and manga coloring book. And I did this pretty ordinary-looking nondescript schoolgirl, but I thought she was pretty cute. I like the contrast of her hair and eyes. So yeah, that was a pretty quick finish in this one. Then we have Spring Beauties. I love the cover. And I did the very first page, or better said, the nameplate page. And she reminded me a bit of a 50s or 60s vintage girl. I think it's because of the hairstyle. So yeah, she's really cute. And I also did the next page, which is this brown-haired pretty girl right here. First I wanted to do her top and the flowers in the same color, but then I thought I'm doing the flowers just yellow
for a bit more contrast. So yeah, and of course the black acrylic paint frame makes the image pop a bit more. Yeah, I like how it turned out. Spring Beauties. Then we have Anime Retro Boy. This is also a book I had not worked in before. And every once in a while I just finish backgrounds, but I did the very first page in here, which is this boy. I like the color combination of the yellow, red, orange, and then the blue background. Did some acrylic paint in blue and some white dots, and I also made a line surrounding him just to separate him a bit from the background. Yeah, I like how it turned out. Anime Retro Boy. Next up is Anime Coloring Book Boys with Glasses edition. And I did this one. A bit of an unusual reddish-brown color for the background I don't usually use. And yeah, I gave him dark hair and very light colors otherwise. Not much to say about that one. Also, again, acrylic paint. Yeah, I like how these pages turn out. They're pretty quick, pretty simple. And you have a nice anime-themed image after that in this book. Next up, we have Kawaii Chibi Kitsune by Erin Zen. And I did this cute little girl. I like the color combination of the blue, pink, and yellow. I think it makes the image really pop. And of course, she's super cute. Yeah. Some cute chibi girls, always nice to have finished pages like that in my repertoire. Kawaii Chibi Kitsune. Another book I hadn't worked in before is by Haley Powell, Handsome Boys, and I finished 5 pages in this one because this is just a smaller square book and they were pretty quick. So I did this guy, and there weren't a lot of elements I could color. It was basically just And then I also did the next image, and in hindsight, looking at his clothes, I should have probably made the leaves more orangey and autumnal, but I actually really like the vibrant green. I think it contrasts nicely with the orange hair, the red pullover and scarf, which is kind of the same thing, you know. AI sometimes does that, it just combines things. But yeah, I like how it turned out. That was the second page, and then the third one was this guy on the beach. Not much to say about this one, pretty simple. I do like how the water turned out. It looks quite watery, doesn't it? I'm not an expert with these things, but yeah. Let's just move on. And then we have this guy who looks at you like he's 1 part drunk, 2 parts horny, but yeah. I actually like the colorful bottles in the background, which contrasts nicely, I think, with his gray shirt. And otherwise, he's pretty monochromatic. At least, like, he has only 2 colors. He has the yellow, and then the jewelry is also in yellow gold, and then the gray shirt. I also added a bit of light here and the lantern in the back. But yeah, it's a pretty simple page, but I like it. And then the last image in this book is this portrait. Again, I used acrylic paint for the background and the frame, and the rest is colored pencils, a bit of super golden marker for his golden chain. Yeah, I like it. Think he looks cute, even though he's crying, but yeah, still cute. That was Handsome Boys. Next is Chibi Kawaii Cat Girls by Erin Zen. And yeah, I think she's cute. I like it. That was that. Another Erin Zen books, I have a lot of that author, is Winter Boys. And I did this cute little guy. Like how his eyes turned out, bluish with the yellow highlights. Added some white dots on the hair. All in all, very cute. Yep, I really love these anime pages. I love anime since I've been, I don't know, the first time I've seen anime was probably when I'm like 8 or 9 years old, and I love the style. So yeah, I'm really glad these books exist. Yet another Erin Zen is Chibi Kawaii Cat Boys, and I did this cute little guy. I used a bit of an unusual color combination. It's like a normal blue as the shadow, then a teal as the midtone, and yellow as a highlight. I usually don't do that. I usually try to use the same, like all blues, and then just go lighter and darker. But yeah, I like how it turned out. I think it looks interesting. I also like his eyes. Yeah. Cute boy in Chibi Kawaii Cat Boys. Next up, we have Creepy Cute Obsessive Yandere Coloring Book for Adults. This book is getting the prize for the longest title, and yet the image I did is rather simple. I like the color combination of purple and pink, one of my favorite color combination, and yeah, pretty simple background. Yeah, I just liked her expression. I think she looks pretty cute. Another page done in this one. Then we have Vampire Boys, another Erin Zen. And I did this guy who is cheekily sticking his tongue out. I like that I did something different, and for the highlights I used like a magenta, and then the rest of the hair is a purple. Also like the contrast of the red and yellow. Yeah, these pages are so fun to do. And I really like my growing collection of finished anime-themed pictures. There was that. And now we're getting to the Disney Hachette Heroes books. And the first one I have is Love Stories. And I finished a Forever Whip, which was this one here. Oh my god, this took me forever. Because these mice were so small and detailed to do. I had to keep sharpening my pencils. But yeah, I finally finished it. And then, to just wash myself clean from the tediousness that finishing this picture was, I wanted to do another page, but I didn't. Because I thought, no, this is enough. I need like a palette cleanser. So I did a couple of simpler images after this one, but I'm glad I finished it. I think it's pretty, and I will keep continuing working in this one. But this book is notorious for being one of the most detailed ones. Look at this color palette just for one image. It's insane. And all the pages are like that. So yeah, this book is going to take me a while to finish pages in, but it's fine. Love Stories. Next up is the Princesses one, or Princesse, if you want to pronounce it in French. Ooh, that's a whip. And I finished John Smith and Pocahontas kissing. They look so pretty. Pocahontas is one of my favorite Disney movies. Really like this one, even though it does not have a happy ending. But yeah, really like doing this one in Princesses. Then we have Girl Power, and the one I did in here. Oh, it was this one of Anna. Again, I'm working in these books that are more detailed with colored pencils, and in the more simpler books with acrylic paint, not acrylic paint pens. I do occasionally use these ones, but I usually work with paint and a brush when I work with acrylic paint in these books. Here we have Nature, and I did the very cute Tinkerbell. Really like how the image turned out. I love the vibrancy of the blues and greens. And of course, she's super cute. So yeah, one more page done in here. We have yet another one. It's Saison. And of course, fitting for the autumnal season, I did Rapunzel doing Easter eggs. Yeah, but I like the image. I thought it's cute. Oh, and by the way, I know these are like mystery coloring books, but before I color in it, I always look in the back what kind of image I want to do. So for me, it's not much of a mystery. I just liked the image and thought, yeah, I feel like doing this one. And I like how it turned out in Saison. Then we have Famille. And I did Ariel's family. I don't know. I think her anatomy looks a little strange. Face shape is a little strange, but yeah. I still like the image and wanted to do it. I like the colors, so yeah. It's a page done in Famille. Then we have Portraits, and this is one of the simpler images, as I said. One of the books that has simple images, and this is why I worked with acrylic paint in this one. And I really love how the paint just covers up the numbers and lines. Oh, that's a whip. So yeah, here we have Shere Khan. He's trying to listen. And yeah, love my feline characters. Like how it turned out in Portraits. The very first tome, Les Grands Classiques, that I try to work in as consistently as possible. And for the month of October, I did Woody. It's been forever since I watched Toy Story. I do not remember the name of this character or what even happened in that scene. I only know this is Woody. So yeah, I'm done with acrylic paint, and I used some gold acrylic paint for the star to spice it up a little in the background. I also changed the shadow of his vest and the white belly of the penguin to blue because it was originally purple, but I like the blue better. Let me show you. Where are we? We are here. So here it's purple because it fits the background, but I actually like it better with blue. So yeah, I did that. Les Grands Classiques. Then in one of the non-Disney themed Hachette books, Océan, I did 2. Basically because they were pretty similar and I had the colors out. So I did the silhouette of a swimming turtle. And I also did this one with the fishies. And as you can see, the colors are pretty similar. There is one more shadow color in here that I had to mix, but otherwise I could use the same colors. And yeah, I like how it turned out. And I'm really glad I'm also working in the non-Disney Hachette books. So yeah, another previously untouched book is the Japon, the Japanese themed one, and I just did this cute little pattern page with the flowers. I used colored pencils and white acrylic paint for the white parts just to cover up the lines and numbers. I like how it turned out. I like the color combination, and yeah, there are a lot of really beautiful images in here. I really need to work more in this one, but you know, time is of the essence. So yeah. Then we have the 50 Coloriage Animaux Mystère, another book I had not worked in before, and I finished a total of 4 pages in here. The first one is this cat close-up that I really like. I love how the green eyes are popping out. And oh yeah, for this one, I actually did use the Ardex acrylic markers. I really like them. They have this pretty thick acrylic markers that I've tried. They're pretty equal to the Poscas because they are very opaque, they have great paint flow, and this nib actually works better than the thinner nib. I always have a bit of trouble with Juilliard because I have to consistently shake and pump them to get a good paint flow, and then it turns out streaky anyways. Does not happen with these ones, so I highly recommend if you're into acrylic markers. But let me show you the other pages. I didn't really like this page. The dog looks pretty blotchy, but yeah, that's just how the image turned out to be. Then we have this wasp sitting on a flower. And I really like this one, the face of the hawk. And again, they're all done with these acrylic paint markers. Not to confuse them with the actual acrylic paint I use in the bigger books, that I use with a brush. So yeah, that was that. I also worked again in the calm color by numbers, and I did the giraffe. I really like how she turned out. I like the blue, the vibrancy of the colors in general. And yeah, I just really like how these color by number images look with acrylic paint, because you cover up the numbers and lines. So yeah, calm color by numbers. I also worked again in this book I hadn't worked in for a while. Back when I was able to order from Amazon Japan, I got these. They're also color by number, and I finished the next image in order, which is this cute little child riding on a bear. And yeah, done with colored pencils. Really like how it turned out. And I sometimes just color the frame with black acrylic paint because I think it makes the image pop more. So yeah, that was that. Then of course the Colortronic books that I also try to work in at least 1 page per month. And I have done the very funky looking Mona Lisa with acrylic paint, like how it turned out. Still have quite a couple to finish, but yeah, next year I will probably finish this book. Same with this one, the Colortronic Animals. I will probably also finish this one next year. And for the month of October, I did this squirrel, again, acrylic paint. I like how it turned out. And yeah, that was my 50th page. Wow, 50 pages. I'm so proud of myself. Just for the sheer amount that I was able to finish when I get my shit together and actually color. I really enjoyed it. I had 2 weeks off from work, as I already mentioned, and that gave me a lot of opportunity to work in my books. And yeah, can't wait to see all of your pages. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And maybe see you in the next one. Bye.